Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the newly released TEQ Piccolo, who came out alongside LR Goku on his banner here. So let's quickly go over his details, and then we'll jump into the two teams that I built for him, and we'll take a look at how good this guy actually performs. So this guy is a Planet Namek Saga leader, category Key+3, and then 130 to stats. You're not really ever going to be running this guy as a leader, so it's not really that big of a deal. The super attack is the Desperate Covering Fire. It is a melee-based attack. Causes supreme damage to enemy and lowers attack and defense. So it's an okay super attack effect. I would have expected a little bit more, maybe greatly lowering attack and defense. I don't think that would have made this guy too good. Next we have the passive Quick-Witted. Attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% at the start of each turn, up to 60%. And then plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% with each attack performed, up to 60%. Then he gets a high chance of randomly changing key spheres with a certain type to rainbow key spheres, recovers 6% HP per rainbow key sphere obtained, and Planet Namek Saga category allies Key+3 and attack and defense plus 40%. So based off of that last part of the passive, this guy obviously wants to be ran on a Planet Namek Saga category, which limits him pretty heavily, considering that this category is really not that big. The other thing I have an issue with when looking at this guy's kit is, like, initially this guy is not designed to be a unit where turn 1 he's going to look pretty impressive, because he has to build up all those numbers, right? Kind of reminds me a little bit of the LR Janemba in a sense, where he's going to be getting stats the more times he attacks. And so right away, you're not really going to be seeing some good numbers from this guy. He's going to want to attack 2 or 3 times before that builds up. And then last but not least, the high chance of randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. I feel like if they just gave him a rainbow orb changing mechanic for free, like 100% chance, this wouldn't make him too good. I mean, yeah, the Planet Namek Saga category support is very, very powerful, but that in combination with the rainbow orb changing 100% would have made this guy a lot better. And the fact that he doesn't always change rainbow orbs also makes the healing a little bit more unreliable, because him getting 6% health per rainbow orb actually is really, really good. But if you're not rainbow orb changing, then that's not going to be as effective. So that part of his kit suffers because of the rainbow orb changing only having a 50% chance of activating instead of 100% chance. So this guy seems like he can be okay, obviously more so designed for longer events rather than like Super Battle Road and stuff like that. In terms of the stat spread I went with, I actually gave him some pretty decent skill orbs. I went more defensive for him, mainly because I have a ton of tech level 5 defenses saved up, so I figured I might as well give him one. I have a few of the level 3 additionals for silver, so I gave him one of those, because again, I think additionals are going to help him build up much faster once you get those attacks off. You get like 2, if you get an additional attack like turn 1, when this guy's on rotation or, you know, floating, it's just going to help him build up that defense a little bit more. And then for the gold one, I gave him one of the Extreme Super Battle Road equipment that I don't really think I'll ever use on another character. So sort of one of the reserve pieces of equipment that I have. Just 600 extra defense and then 3 dodge there, just in case, you know, we actually get that to proc. But he's at 12 additional, 17 crit. I feel like that's a decent spread for him. I think crit is still the way to go, even though he's going to want to perform at some additionals. It's just crits are going to do way more damage at the end of the day. And 12 additional is fine. Even if he gets a normal attack, like, it's still going to contribute to his stat buildup. His links right now, I'm only missing one link on the experienced fighters there, but he's basically fully level 10. I've actually had horrible luck with link leveling. I want to record the third form Frieza showcase after this, but I'm gonna try and do my best to get that to link level, the big bad boss, and that guy to link level 10. It's been stuck at level 9 for like 2 days now, so we'll see if we can get lucky with that. And then his categories are, he's actually got a decent amount of categories, right? This is 9 category teams. Resurrected Warriors, Planet Namek Saga, Namekians, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Master and Disciple, Saviors, Battle of Wits, Connected Hope, and Gifted Warriors. So 2 things with this, right? Obviously, with him being a Planet Namek Saga support unit, you want to run him on the Planet Namek Saga, or categories that have a fair amount of Planet Namek Saga units on them. Number 2, like we mentioned earlier, this guy does not want to be ran on rotation just because of the fact that it takes him a while to build up, and if you put him in slot 1, you know, turn 1, he's not really going to do too well. So because of that, I feel like he's just always going to be relegated to the support slot, the slot 3 floating position. And if you're not going to be supporting the team, because there's no Planet Namek Saga category allies on the team and you're a floater, this guy's not really going to fit on that team really well. So he's he's on like Resurrected Warriors, he's on Bond of Master and Disciple, he's on Battle of Wits, like he's on all these teams, but is he really going to fit on there? I would say no. So I've built 2 different teams for this guy. One team, which is the Planet Namek Saga team / Sworn Enemies team. This guy's going to be acting as a floater. The Piccolo is going to be acting as a floater on this team. So we'll just sort of see how well he's able to contribute to the overall like well-being of this team as a floater. And then I wanted to build another team with him as a main rotation unit, which is going to be the Worthy Rival / Namekian team. So he's actually going to be getting 170 across the board and 4 key on this team because of the leader skill from the physical Piccolo. And I'm going to be linking him up alongside Nail, because actually this Piccolo and Nail do share a decent amount of links. They share 4 links with each other, which is actually like the most in the game besides the transformed physical Piccolo. They have experienced fighters, Namekians, shocking speed, and fierce battle. What I actually might do, because I want to float off the physical Piccolos, is I'll just have physical Piccolo tell me where the super attacks are, and wherever they are, I'll just put Nail in front of them. And then the TEQ Piccolo will be able to just support from slot 2 or slot 1, whichever slot is not getting a super attack, And then what I might do is I might go ahead and transform physical Piccolo as soon as possible. Because actually the transformed physical Piccolo shares 6 links with this TEQ Piccolo. It's Brainiacs, Experienced Fighters, Z Fighters, Namekians, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. The only link they don't share together is Gaze of Respect, which is not that big of a deal. And then the other rotation for this is going to be the 2 Vegetas at the bottom. I think that they'll make a pretty good team there. And then Piccolo will be floating. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this team over here into... I guess we'll just do the Legendary Goku event, honestly, for both teams. Because again, I don't really think there's any situation where I would honestly ever consider bringing this guy into Super Battle Road. I just don't think so. So yeah, we'll go into the Legendary Goku event, and we will see how well we do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this team, obviously the Planet Namek Saga / Sworn Enemy team, into the Legendary Goku event. My Frieza, by the way, is still 55%. I've had horrible luck link leveling. This guy's Big Bad Bosses has been stuck at level 9 for a long time. But I'm almost there, so we'll see if maybe we can get that done. But keep in mind that this guy is still 55%. This guy, the friend that I took, is also 55% as well. So we're going to get one of the Friezas alongside the 3rd form Frieza. This Piccolo is going to be a floater. And I think what we'll do is we'll just cut to the rotations only where we have this Piccolo in that 3rd slot. Let's jump in. Hopefully we have decent rotations here. We actually got Piccolo in the 1st rotation. Okay. Let me see. So rotations aren't great. I definitely want this Frieza on rotation. I think what I'll do is I'll keep this Piccolo on rotation for the 1st turn, and then once we get full power Frieza over to this rotation, I'll rotate him off. And that's actually going to help him stack up a little bit faster too. One thing I do want to mention as well is the fact that this Piccolo does have shocking speed, which is actually quite good because a lot of these Friezas have shocking speed. For example, this 3rd form Frieza has shocking speed, right? So if you have a rotation with this Frieza and the full power Frieza together, you can put this Frieza in slot 2 and you could link him up with Piccolo, who has shocking speed, right? That's going to give this Frieza a little bit extra defense and 2 ki. And the full power Frieza, the leader, does not have that, so that's going to help out Piccolo actually able to super a little bit easier. I didn't actually notice if we changed orbs to rainbow. I think we probably did. There's, what, 6 rainbow orbs in the field? I would imagine we probably did change them to rainbow. I'm actually going to hold back a little bit with this Frieza. I'm not going to try and kill him right away, just that we can try and get as many attacks in with this Piccolo as possible. So right away, turn 1, I mean, he only has, what, shocking speed and fierce battle active. He's at 98k defense. I did pump him with a ton of defense in terms of the skill orb, so he's at 10.6k, which is actually really good for just a normal banner unit. But let's go ahead and see what kind of numbers he's going to hit here. Let's hope this Frieza doesn't take this guy out right away. Alright, perfect. That's perfect. That's fine. We're going to take nothing from that. Piccolo, you're at 1.17, so not particularly impressive. But again, number 1, he does take time to build up, and then number 2, he's not really linked up with a stellar partner here. So we'll be right back when he comes around on the next rotation. Alright, so now we are on the 2nd time he's on rotation here. What I'm going to do is I'll keep him on for one more time, and then we're going to have full power Frieza on this rotation the next time, so on turn 5, and at that point I will rotate this guy off, because then our rotations will be established. I want to have this guy and full power Frieza together. So right, this Piccolo gets 60% attack and defense just at the start of turn. That's a normal boost. Then he gets 20% every time he attacks, up to 60, and then he gets 20% every time he's on rotation. So this is technically going to mean he's at 120 right now, because we attacked once, and this is the second time he's been around. So he should be at 120% attack and defense, plus obviously he's the recipient of his own support buff, so he's going to be getting the 40% attack and defense. So he's technically getting 160% attack and defense, plus the 3 key, which is why you see he's at max key, even though he only has shocking speed in first battle active here. So basically 140k. Okay, that's actually looking a lot better now. Certainly not like mega impressive, but it's not bad. Alright, so again, we'll have this Frieza sort of just get the super attack there. Piccolo, we're going to go for this. And then we should see a decent number, I think. I'm hoping it's at least hovering around 2 million. I mean, it's probably going to be like 1.8 or something, but we'll see. This is going to do a bit of damage here. Yep. 1.67. Okay, so he's slowly building up. Alright, so we are here. Finally, our rotations are 100% established. He did not change orbs to rainbow there, which is unfortunate. We're only going to be sharing Fierce Battle with full power Frieza here, unfortunately. But we do have a part of his passive fully built up, which is this is his third turn here. And he's attacked twice. So this should be, what is that, 160% plus the 40 support. So he technically is at 200% attack and defense from his passive right now. 155k defense, that's not bad. And then he will be able to get that final stack after he attacks on this turn, which means he'll be up to the maximum 180% attack and defense. If you want to add in the support there, that is technically 220%. I want to make sure that this is the issue here, right? Is that Frieza's just going to kill this guy, so I'm not really going to be able to show this Piccolo here until we get deeper into this event. So what I might do is I'll just grab this one orb here. I'm going to intentionally hold back a little bit and see if maybe we can have Piccolo super this last time, and if he does, then we'll have him fully built up. If not, I'll have to cut a little bit deeper into this event so that we can have a turn where Piccolo actually is able to attack and we don't instantly kill this Goku here. Alright, Frieza. Don't additional, don't do anything crazy here. He's probably still going to die, though, to this, honestly. Yeah, alright, well, we tried. Alright, so we're up against Blue Goku here. Let's see if... we did get the orb changing here, so we changed some orbs to rainbow. That's actually pretty good. Here's the thing. So we're going to be able to get shocking speed with this Frieza here. So we have shocking speed in Fierce Battle active. Piccolo's at 163k defense. I don't know if we'll be able to hold back enough to not kill this Goku. Look how much ki Frieza is starting with. He's at 19. He's starting the turn with 19 ki. And a lot of that is because of this Piccolo. Like this rotation right here, where we have third form Frieza and the full power Frieza, and then we have Piccolo floating. Like, this is a ridiculous rotation for this Frieza right here. Honestly, it actually is really good for this guy too, because he's able to get shocking speed and that extra 40% attack and defense support from the Piccolo too. This Frieza, by the way, this third form Frieza, has not super attacked one time. And look at it, look like he's looking pretty good here. So hopefully we will not kill this Goku. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do here. I'm actually going to heal up a little bit. I'll grab these to heal up, and then we'll have Piccolo grab some rainbow orbs to heal us up at the end. But that's something else to remember as well, right? Even though Piccolo might not even be attacking in the turn, the fact that he can heal up with those rainbow orbs, like I'm about to heal up 18% of my health with these rainbow orbs here, that's still pretty helpful. So we're going to go ahead and grab those and heal up. Look at the health down below. Actually, that is a significant amount of healing, so That aspect of him, I think, is pretty good. So maybe we'll have to go to like Int UI Goku to see this guy finally attack, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure Goku's dead. Remember, my Frieza is still only 55%, so this is pretty crazy. Yeah, 2 million from this guy, and we don't even have any build-up from him whatsoever. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we get to see this attack from Piccolo. So this will be his final stack for this Piccolo here. And we get to 1.95. Not exactly crazy. But this is going to help build his defense up to that final stage here. Alright, so we are on the final phase here against Int UI Goku. Let's see. We do get the Rainbow Orb changing. Unfortunately, he only changed 2 orbs, though. So, let me just see. Without anything active except for Fierce Battle, we are now fully built up with Piccolo. He's at 177k, which honestly, with only 1 link active, is not bad. Let me just check his links real quick. I know he's going to get defense from Shocking Speed. Does he get defense for anywhere else? Z Fighters, only attack. Namekians is a little bit of defense and healing. Shocking Speed, knows healing. Fierce Battle, no. Gaze of Respect is a little bit of defense and key. Brainiacs is going to give defense. Okay, so he's missing a decent amount of defense, namely Brainiacs, Namekians, and Shocking Speed. And Gaze of Respect is not really a link you're going to see active a lot, so I wouldn't really count that. But we should not be able to kill this Goku in 1 turn here, which is great. So we'll be able to actually see what kind of numbers we're hitting attack-wise. I am going to go ahead and use a Whis just to make sure we don't die here. And then I want to see what kind of number Piccolo's going to hit here. I'm actually going to put you in the front. And I'm going to just use a double Whis just to make sure we're alive. So with only Fierce Battle here, let's see what kind of attacks that we're going to hit. We'll go ahead and grab that. And then after this, we'll move on to that other team. I think we'll just go through the same event here. But it'll be obviously a much weaker team with Piccolo on main rotation, so we'll be able to see him build up and stuff much easier. Alright. I imagine he'll be at like 2 million, but we'll see. Maybe even a little bit less. Okay. That's fine. And we get to 2.23. Okay. So definitely not an offensive monster by any means on this team. But I feel like on that 1 rotation where we have 3rd form Frieza and Piccolo next to full power Frieza, that's where he looks really good as a 3rd slot floating unit. So I'm pretty content with what we saw here from Piccolo. Let's go ahead and move over to the other team, which is the Worthy Rivals / Namekian team. Alright, so this is the team we're going to be jumping in with. Again, I want to have Piccolo, the TEQ Piccolo, alongside Nail, because they share 4 links. And then at some point within this run, I'm probably going to transform my Piccolo. And then at that point, I will link up my Piccolo with the TEQ Piccolo, because once again, as you guys know, a transformed version of the character with the same name could link up with other characters of the same name. So they'll share 6 links with each other, which should actually be pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and jump in with this team. And we'll see how good Piccolo looks as a main rotation character. We do have him on slot 1 with Nail, so that's perfect. Awesome. Actually, this worked out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in right away in the front here. So as you can see, he has Experienced Fighters, Namekians, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. And defense right away is at 115,000, so still not spectacular, but it's definitely better than it was on the other team. We are not getting supered because Physical Piccolo can tell when super attacks are coming. And it looks like we did get the Rainbow Orb changing. There's a lot of Rainbow Orbs here. So this will be 18% healing if we needed it, but we'll go ahead and grab that anyway. And then Nail also is a stacking character, so I want to make sure we are always supering with him. So turn 1, we're up to 1.38. Obviously still not good, but there's no support on rotation, and this is going to increase our attack and defense. And then nail at 1.67. So this rotation is not really that powerful offensively, but I think defensively at some point they will become much better. Plus we have the floating physical Piccolos who literally tell us where super attacks are, so that's good. And they're stacking, so this is a slow team, but defensively they're pretty solid. All right, so we're on the second turn here. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back in slot 1. Now up to 151k defense, and we are not getting super attacked at all here, which is cool. So we'll do that. Do this. If we can get an additional here with TEQ Piccolo, we'll actually be fully built up by turn 5, which is pretty quick for how this guy works. 1.81, all right. Damn, no additional. I've been getting pretty unlucky with additionals. I think I've gotten a single one. I think he has, what, 12 additional? It's a decent amount. Okay, so now we have Piccolo on rotation, who's going to be able to support the both the Piccolo and the Nail here. 191k. So this will fully build up Piccolo for the next turn. So on turn 7, we'll be able to see his attack stat fully built up here. I'm going to save those yellow orbs on the left for Piccolo to support. With Piccolo's support, we should be at around like 230k defense, maybe a little bit less, 220, 230, something like that. That's not bad. So let's see what kind of number we hit here with Piccolo. 2.5? Yeah, okay, 2.5. All right, so that's pretty good. Some solid damage. Okay, so you can see on the bottom left there, his attack stat is at 2.9. So that's what we would be at if he was fully built up, because now he's fully built up when he attacked. So 2.9 is what he would have been at, fully built up with the Piccolo support, which is, it's okay. It's honestly not great, but that's not really what he's meant to do. He's not really meant to be a damage-dealing unit. Okay, so now we have the physical Piccolo back, and he is able to transform. Haven't really gotten too many stacks defensively with him, but we're going to go ahead and transform here so that we can have pretty much almost all of our links active except for Gaze of Respect. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. That's going to allow us to get 6 of his links active, so everything except for Gaze of Respect. We're up to 248k defense, which is pretty solid, and no support on rotation. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep going until we can get Piccolo back onto this rotation. We'll see what kind of attacks that we get with Piccolo here, and at that point we will probably just wrap the video up. So let's go ahead and do this attack here. See what kind of numbers we hit with this Piccolo now that we have both of them together here. And this is pretty much his peak without a support unit here. So let's see. 3.27. Okay. I mean that's looking a little bit better for Piccolo in terms of offense. And then this one's at 2.4. But this guy's pretty much invincible, so that's the major difference here. And he's showing where super attacks are, so. Alright, so this is going to be the final turn of the video here. We, looks like, did not get the rainbow orb changing. I don't think we did. I didn't see anything change. But we are going to be able to get the Piccolo support with 6 of our 7 links active here. So this is going to be the best turn for this Piccolo here. So before Piccolo support, we're at 248k defense. Let's go ahead and grab the support from Piccolo here. And we are going to jump up to 276k defense. That is a respectable defensive number. That's really solid. And then obviously his attack is going to jump up as well. I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around the 3.5, 3.7, probably like 3.7, I would say is my guess. But that's a pretty solid number if we can get to there. Let's see what we can do here with Mr. TEQ Piccolo with this like best possible outcome. Like, this is actually like the best possible scenario for him, I think. It's going to be hard to top this. But let's see what he gets to. And we are at 3.64 with our friend TEQ Piccolo here, with basically 270k defense. That's a very, very solid rotation for him. He looked really good on this rotation, but obviously it takes a long time to get to this point. He needs a very specific team to get here. That's the one thing about this unit, right? I think in conclusion, like we've seen pretty much everything we need to see from this guy at this point. We saw him as a floater, we saw him as a main rotation unit. I think his main spot is going to be that floating position. I don't really see him carrying his weight too well as a main rotation unit, unlike this team, for example. Just the fact that he doesn't always change rainbow orbs is definitely a big issue with him, because that affects his healing, right? If he was able to change rainbow orbs all the time, his healing would be a much bigger factor in how good he was. The limited support as well. Planet Namek Saga is not a very big category, so that really limits him to where he wants to be on teams. And just the slow nature in which he builds up. I think all those things contribute to him not being quite at that level we would have hoped for. But he definitely can look pretty good, like we just saw in that rotation there. So you guys down below, let me know. Do you guys like the design of this Piccolo? What would you change about him to make him better? Or do you think he's fine the way he is? Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.